Hello, beautiful one. Have you heard about the 10% brain myth? Yeah, it is most popularly shown in recent movie named Lucy, and also it is coming from Albert Einstein. And I am making a series on Einstein versus Christ. But here we find that Einstein say that he is that this theme myth is. Oh, sorry. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, I focus and now I speak. The myth is this that most of us are using just 10% of our brain, but with some experiment with this white or gray material, we can enhance our mind capacity to 100%. And what happens when we enhance our mind capacity is shown in that movie. It is more in fiction or in a story than really scientifically. But I want to share with you something that Christ has explained to us by his teaching, that how can you develop your mind capacity beyond all the limits of human comprehension, and some contemplation I want to share with you. So welcome here, and I pray for you. This is what I want to start with, because whenever you come here, I only reason that I make videos is that I can pray for you. So we start with the concept of the spirit that Jesus has explained, that kingdom of heaven is at hand. He's saying that kingdom of heaven belongs to you. This means that no matter how much you earn in this world, it is very less in compared to the very great celebrity or people of this world, like the kingdom or the president, the power they have in them. It is most of us, our power is much less in compared to them, to the people who are in great position or at the great status in the society. But Jesus says that not just people of this world, but your power is going to be more than those of the heavenly power that moves the sun and moon and so many galaxies and stars and even beyond. If you want to spend some time on this cosmos and you see that how big this universe is, then you can find that what power is behind all of them, and this all belong to you. So it is much more than this 10% or 100% of mind power. So Jesus says that this is the concept of soul. There is your soul, my soul, everyone's soul, that is everywhere at the same time. And from this understanding of this nature of the soul, we can attain that infinite power of our brain or anything that is beyond that. So what is this? Do we all have different kind of soul? Actually, Jesus has explained that let dead bury their dead. Dead people have souls, but living people have the spirit. If you feel that you are living, so many people who live among us, they are living deads because they have the soul. But those people who have identified themselves into the spirit, they are the living spirit. They are the really living person. And the nature of this spirit is formless. And when it is formless, how can it occupy the space? Everything that occupies a space has form, and something that is formless can only be infinite, and this spirit is infinite. And we all feel that we all have this soul. It is our brain. When our brain sees the world outside, it is what we call 10% of our capacity of 10% or under 10% we see the world around us. It is same with our spirit. When we look within, then we are also seeing the 10% of our, not exactly 10%, but somewhat, that we only see a fragment of our spirit. So the fragment by which we see our spirit is the soul. Its soul is everywhere, and but we see that our soul is here. And this mind, the mind is, as it were, the reflecting mirror of the soul. The mind reflects to a certain extent the power of our soul, and your soul and everyone's soul. This mirror, which is clearer, very clear, reflects the soul better. So the manifestation varies according to the mind that we are having in us. But the soul in themselves are pure and the perfect, and Jesus called the Spirit as the Holy Spirit. It is actually not by increasing the power of mind we attain this supernatural power in this world, but rather when we make our mind empty, when we make our mind pure, if empty comes from that side of Buddha, who is teaching meditation all the time. The secret in their meditation is this emptiness of the mind. They understand. They don't go on this myth of increasing the power of their mind by from 10% to 100%, because it makes our mind less powerful. Uh, it makes our mind weak when we work to enhance mind power, but instead the secret to grow mind power is to make our mind empty. When our mind becomes empty, then it becomes like the clean water, and in this the 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 sunshine of our spirit, we can see the reflection. And as clean this mind is, so powerful this spirit comes out. And Jesus Christ has explained it in this sense, that our mind is like a seed, and this seed has to break. When it break, from it a new plant, a new tree springs out, and this is our spirit. This is our this is the vision of the spirit that we attain, and we become one with that power that controls the entire humanity, entire creation. Everything is under its control. We become reborn into that. But first thing that has to go is our mind. We have to get rid of even this 10% of mind that we are using. Then we attain this spiritual mind. We don't no longer have this soul within us. We become one in the spirit, and God is his spirit. God is living. Soul is something that belongs to dead people, but a spirit is something that belongs to living people. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Imagine there is a baby who a little child who grows and becomes strong and powerful and wise. So question comes, where did that baby get its wealth of knowledge and power? The answer is that it was in that person's soul. Soul is the dead material within us that we reach to a level, and then we fall down. But if we use our mind like a seed and let it break into the womb of the spirit, then from it a new life comes, and this new life is the new brain, and this new brain is having the power that can stop the storm, that can walk on the water. And this is what Christ has taught, that we must become reborn into the spirit, and kingdom of heaven is at hand. And the life of the Jesus has shows to us that how somebody dies and become reborn, not just resurrection, but every day of the life of Christ is dying into it. He would go into the prayer and pray all night, and and one time followers saw that the way he was praying, as if he was getting rebirth every night. So this is what I felt like sharing with you. Thank you so much for being here. The soul within you is not something that remains with people when they die, but it is the spirit. When you realize it, then you allow yourself to be born into this pure and perfect, omnipotent and omniscient truth of you that is most powerful, most beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you. This is the real meaning of becoming a true Lucy that fiction movie has shown. But in this way, we can attain that power of love. You will see this, that how you will start to see the changes in the people around you. You will see this irresistible power of love of everybody towards you when you allow yourself to be reborn. Just knowing that what is within you is not a soul, but it is a spirit. And then you become reborn into that spirit. And this spirit is all powerful. That can do anything. That can ask a mountain to move and the mountain will move. Even one mustard seed of the command of that spirit can do anything for everybody. And we can contemplate more on this spirit in other videos. Right now, just some introduction. Thank you for being here. May God bless you. Beautiful you are, because you are made in the image of God. That is not just some external thing, but the spirit of the God, that kingdom of heaven belongs to you. May God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.